onslaught from Galarza, and we head into round number 4.
Well, Paul seems to be settling down a little bit more and starting to think, starting to box. That's what he needs to do.
And we'll see if the talking continues, the action continues. Both of these boxers have been very active with the punches thrown. Paul blocked that shot, uppercut. Paul covering up, but he's in that corner. Nice uppercut lands on Galarza, but Galarza's been able to connect a little bit. And a wild miss. Wild miss allows Paul to turn it around, but Galarza comes back, says, come on, let's go.
Well, the difference between them trading punches, Galarza punches is more wide. Paul is throwing short inside punches, which are more effective. Galarza is giving him all kinds of warnings to every punch he throws.
Brian Stutz, our referee, eyeing it closely, the action. Delgado tried to spin out, but then Galarza held on, and they're still tangled up. And Brian Stutz will get in there and break them up. Very savvy by Galarza there to not allow Paul to spin out and take the advantage along the ropes. Corner for Galarza wants some lateral movement from Galarza, but he's been pretty stationary unless he's missed with a looping shot.
Yeah. One thing about these punches, a lot of punches are lacking in defense. You know, and I think Galarza, he can improve more on his defense. You know, his defense is lacking. He has a strong offense, but his defense is lacking.
We'll see if Paul can counteract that. That left hook landed, and that one stunned Galarza. Galarza now going to showboat and lean forward. Paul did not attack there. Very, very patient in the response, as you talked about earlier.
That's what I was saying. Paul's starting to pick his shots short, straight shots. That's what's doing it for him.
Boy, that cut is getting deeper and longer for Paul Delgado over his left eye. Shot to the body.
Smart shot.
Paul, oh, that shot might have been in the back of the head. Well, Galarza leaned forward, so. Good action in this main event here at Buckhead Theater for the Georgia Boxing Championships. That's the exact same thing that happened a second ago. Galarza got hit in the back of the head and leaned forward. And some frustration from Galarza now. Oh, he missed it, he staggered. He is stunned on his feet. Can Paul put him down? Galarza trying to hold on, and Paul goes down. Oh, Galarza down. He hit the canvas. And Paul attacks.
Galarza's hurt.
Wow, it goes. But even on a slip, you're supposed to separate them, right? And declare to the judges it's a slip, right?
Yeah.
He just let it keep going.
Yeah. I guess they got caught up in the action like I did. This is a really good main event, man.
Wow. That is unbelievable. And Paul stunned Galarza, but then Galarza stayed on his feet. Paul really couldn't connect. And then I think they simultaneously connected, and they both stumbled, and Paul was the only one who went and hit the canvas.
Yeah.
But the referee must, as you said, Xavier, ruled it a slip. But he didn't declare whether it was a slip or not. Very, very unusual. And wow. So who'd you give the round to, by the way?
Definitely Paul round.
Yeah.
Paul Delgado got that round. Paul has to relax and box this kid. This kid has no defense. He's a power puncher. He throws wide shots. When Paul boxes him and throws straight punches down the middle, he'll beat this kid. And stay relaxed and just box.
Round 5. Well, this is 2 rounds apiece, you think?
I would say I can agree with that.
So no knockdown there, regardless of what it was at the end of that 4th round. Galarza trying to move around a little bit now. Paul on the attack, though, and Galarza hangs on. A reset in the middle of the ring. Vince Ferrari, Xavier Biggs in our main event. Paul the Truth Delgado, Luis Galarza. Some emotion, some frustration, some bitter feelings between the two. Galarza upset at Paul Delgado with all the training last time. Both had him preparing for their fight for the Georgia Boxing Championships last time out. Paul did not make weight. Shot to the body, back Galarza up, and that jab stuck, and now Paul eats a jab. But Galarza was upset at Paul, he didn't make weight. And Galarza and Delgado had a heated exchange at the weigh-in yesterday. Both, of course, making weight. Paul at 150, Galarza at 149. What do you see here early on in this fifth round?
Well, they're taking a little time to get a little breather in and boxing. I guess they're saving it for the later rounds, which is smart. And Galarza's starting to box a little better now. I guess that
in a throwaway a little bit there by Galarza. Oh, shot to the body, and then Paul tries to go upstairs. Paul eats a shot. Paul is still cut. Oh, right down the chute between the guard. Paul landing shots straight ahead on Galarza. And again, Paul connecting on Galarza. You see a cut on Galarza?
No, I don't see no cut. Okay. So, Paul's cut though.
Yeah.
But they doing a good job of stopping the blood in it though. You got a good team working with him.
Yeah, Nathan Livramento, Jesse Becerra, and others. A lot of work at Delgado Boxing Gym. Of course, Paul works with a lot of area boxers as well.
This is a breather round. They taking a breather.
Yeah, both of them, right?
Yeah.
Paul caught Galarza coming in, leaning forward. Paul missed, and then their bodies collided. Call for the break, but Galarza got a shot to the ear end, and Brian Stutz, the referee, warning him about that.
One thing about being in shape, I remember at Georgia Benton, my old trainer used to tell me, you gotta earn your second win. A lot of times the fighter get tired and they think that it's all downhill, but if you keep fighting, eventually you get your second win. All that work that you put out in the gym in preparation, that's how you get your second win back.
Have these two guys earned their second win?
They look like they got their second win now.
And they earned it too, right? With this first round?
Yep.
Yeah, the action was a little bit down there in that fifth round, but nonetheless, it's been a terrific bout so far, and a very messy bout as Brian Stutz, the referee, wiping all kinds of blood off of his arms and faces. Paul Delgado has bled a lot on his shorts. You see it, but I think you're right, Xavier. I think they've done a nice job with that cut.
Oh yeah, they're doing an excellent job.
What's the key to a cut? You certainly know that. What's the push?
I'm not a cut man, so I don't specialize in cuts, so I couldn't tell you. But one thing I can say though, I thought that we had the best fight of the night. This is definitely the best fight of the night. You say that the great Chris Gray?
Oh yeah,
that was a good fight.
It was
with Winston Matthews.
I kind of think
this one tops. This is the main. This is the career main event should be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Xavier. I thought Chris should have won that bout earlier tonight. I thought the difference was the points off for the the 2 points off for the mouthpiece coming out, which came out I think 5 times in that bout from Mathis. But Chris, in a typical way, like his nickname says, classy afterwards. So props, and I know it was a lot of fun to work with Chris Gray. Yeah. So what do you see here early on? Are they still relaxing here or what?
They're starting to use their head more. They're starting to think more. I like the way Paul throwing them straight punches there in the middle. Nathan obviously told him to throw them punches because he's been doing a good job at it. Galarza's starting to think more.
And overhand block. Paul nods in respect to that shot, but Galarza maybe pawing with the jab instead of, trying to stick it stiff, right?
Yeah. He's boxing and he's starting to look like he knows how to fight now.
All right, got to break
what he's doing.
and the corner saying what you were just saying. It wants him to box him, and I think that's a way to counteract not wearing down here down the stretch.
Exactly.
Oh, Paul was flung into the ropes, and I wonder if Galarza at some point is going to try to bait Paul into a brawl again. Did you see that happening?
You can see the difference between the experience. Paul had more fights than Galarza. This is a learning experience for Galarza. Paul is reaching back on his experience. Everything he's showing a lot of experience, the way he's keeping his composure. He's placing his punches. They're very smart punches he's throwing. Some of the punches Galarza is throwing is not too smart. You know what I mean? He just throwing.
Oh, nice overhand right from Paul Delgado. Found the chin of Galarza. Heard the chant of Paul Delgado as he is very popular here in Atlanta with Delgado Boxing Gym. Again, ducking the wild punch. Oh, a punch to the back of the head. He spun around. Galarza with a look and a nod to his corner.
I'd like to see Galarza do some more body work. Everything is to the head mostly.
Yeah. I think you're right. So who would you give that round to, Xavier?
That round was pretty even because they boxed most of the round. They both boxed each other, sharpshooting each other. So I would say it was even.
So through 6 rounds. 3-3, 4-2, what do you think?
I think it's pretty even right now.
So work to be done, and Paul kind of thinking that Galarza might wear down the stretch. He's changed. I don't know if he's worn down, but as you alluded to, he's trying to box a little bit more.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're saving themselves for the last round. I think we're going to see more fireworks when they get close to the end.